Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and welcome to another edition of What's New in the Studio. Except clearly, I'm not in my studio in Wales. So basically, this is actually what's new coming to you from the kitchen table of the flat that I'm renting in Dijon, in France. You can see the table does look quite a bit different from the videos that you're used to, so please just squint a little bit and be kind, and it's going to be all right. If you like old things, old papers, old books, journal arts, please subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of them. Well, you can see that I have laid out here some old distressed tins, and I love these things. This one is really cute. It looks kind of like a book. Like with that rusty binding thing. And this one's from bonbons from the Abbé Citeaux Abbey. And this one is especially charming. It's got these cherries on there. And I don't know, this is like probably, might even be late 19th century. I also got this charming tin, and I'm pretty sure that makeup or powder was in here. But when I bought it, it's full of, oops, mother of pearl buttons. Teeny tiny little old buttons. Speaking of buttons, I have gone out of my way to really look for more buttons, more lace, textile-y kind of things for a couple of reasons. One is that it's hard to find where I live, and I got to get it when I see it. The other is that in the last 18 months, I have met more and more journal makers and bookbinders who are using lace and other textiles and sewing in their journals. And so I thought it would be prudent to get a bunch. Let's see, these are some, I really good luck this time finding buttons on cards. You don't always see those. These are, it says bouton de nacre, which is the word for shell or mother of pearl. Now, these buttons are clearly not quite as old, probably from the 50s. But I like that they are on the card, and they actually do say, Modèle de Paris, au mode. So I really couldn't just leave them there. And these cards will be going in the new French ephemera bundle boxes that I will be listing next week. So again, even though they're not old, they would be charming. Either you could take the buttons off and use them in some mixed media work, or just use it as some kind of funky cover. You know the drill. These are very pretty. They're actually carved mother of pearl on this Art Nouveau card. I also found a lot of these glass buttons, and boy, these send me these glass buttons. I've never seen black before. It's more common to see them like this, like the white glass. I also have quite a bit of old lace. Now, this is machine made, but this is lace that was meant to trim lingerie. Let's see. There's a different pattern, so you could see where that might have gone around the edge of a slip or some tap pants. There's this wider piece here. I think this is Chantilly lace. If I'm mistaken, just let me know. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit more dramatic. And like as I said, that just so much. There's these on the cards. So this is like a new old stock. This is pretty. It is a cotton lace. And here I have several meters of this beautiful wide cotton lace. I also found this. It's pretty unusual, or I've never seen it before, and it is a cotton lace, but it's green and white. So that is different. I also have this lot, and this is thread. It's wool and silk. And again, what I'm going to be doing with these is putting them in the ephemera bundle boxes, I think. Not sewing related, but I've got to get it in there somewhere, are these small rusty keys. I know, I am in love with these, but I have to tell you, when I start packing my suitcase, I wonder what I'm thinking buying rusted cast iron. But there it is, I can't help myself. Let's look at some books. This is a dictionary from 1844. And it's got this old laid paper, and I just love the font, and I especially love these distressed green marbled covers. I got quite a few missal, and a missal is a kind of a French prayer book. And these are from the late 19th century up until around the 1920s. And this has these beautiful sepia-colored engravings on the end of the pages. These I think I'm going to do these as religious brocante lots. So each book will be available with a rosary and some holy cards and whatnot. This one's from 1865. And it has the watered silk and papers. And these are all a little bit different. I really like this one though. It's got a monogram and embossing. And then inside it's got the green watered silk and papers. And when I opened it, after I bought it, I found that it was full of holy cards already. Just this was their Bible, and they put these cards in as devotional objects. And it's just so fun to see them tucked in there. Here are some other religious items. France is a very Catholic country, and I am always delighted to find old pieces that remind me of relics. I am not Catholic, and as always, I just want to emphasize that I mean no disrespect to anyone who is, or indeed to anyone who is not. This to me is something ornamental but meaningful, and it's a little hard to explain why. These are medals, religious medals that have been someone's collected and put on a little safety pin. So it's like a little charm. Here are a couple of little plaques. This is actually like a little grotto. And that's not the word. I think I'm going to use these and make these into altered Altoid pocket shrines. Not sure, but that's definitely what I was thinking. And the same with this lady from Lourdes. See that just in a tin, right? This is going to go into a bigger shrine. This is called a Benetier, I think. And it is a portable celluloid holy water font. And I think just they're charming and whimsical. Here are some rosaries. Now these are some of the smaller rosaries, and even though they're smaller, they are from the late 19th and early 20th century. And they're mother of pearl or crystal. And these are the ones that will be going into the ephemera boxes. But I also got these huge, oversized, beautiful rosaries. Has a Art Nouveau clasping link here. This is hand-cut crystal. And there is the crucifix. And the beads are big, and so is the length of the piece. Here is another one. This one has amethyst colored hand-cut beads. Again with this Art Nouveau linking bead. And it actually has a matching bracelet. So those are beautiful. I'm probably going to be, like I said, listing these as religious brocante lots. Not quite sure. Finally, this is something I've wanted ever since I saw one, I think on Pinterest, and I almost fell down when I actually saw one last week that was for sale. It's a metal, teeny tiny little doors that open like this. And so, again, I'm going to be trying to turn this into some mixed media, something like a little pocket shrine, I think. Here is a book. It's a red velvet with some silver or silver-toned trim, and it does have a lock. And inside are these cartes de visite. So it's a little photo album. And these photos will probably be from the 1880s. There's a little boy in a communion outfit. I also have these cards. Now, in the past, I have had original versions of these. I say original, from the 1870s. These are reproduction. They're called tarot de jeu, game cards. So they are not old, but they are really cool and would look great in a pocket, as a tag, something in the mixed media family. Moving on to a different kind of card. And these are the French holy cards or prayer cards. If you've seen my videos, you know that I collect these as well as sell them. And I have found some that are, even for me, I've collected them for years. They absolutely are overwhelming because they are in mint condition. They're pristine. This is called a canivet, a holy card, and this particular kind has paper, a lace edge, which is called dentelle. Dentelle is the French word for lace. And usually when I buy these, they have little bites taken out of them, chunks. They're so fragile. But these are pristine. The engraved ones like this are usually from the 1870s or 1890s. This one has a little tiny medal. Look at that. Never seen that before. This one has some hand-painted silk in the middle. And again, just exquisite condition. Just like to say that if you like these, I do, of course, sell them, but I also have a listing on my website where I have made free high-res scans of some of my older dentelle cards. And I'm going to put the link in the text below this video. So if you want, you can go grab those, print them up, and use them in your own work. They're free. And this is a more conventional kind of holy card, but again, the color of these, the lithographic colors, are just beautiful. And I will be doing scans of these sometime in the next couple of months. Let's see, this knocked my socks off. I've never seen this before. Look. It opens. Isn't that cute? It's beautiful. These, again, have the dentelle trim, but they're tiny little envelopes. And in each one is a blank calling card. These, I'm pretty sure, are going to go into the pockets of some altered books. Because put that in there, then there'll be something inside of here. So a pocket, in an envelope, in a pocket. And that sort of thing makes me very happy. Let's see. These are extraordinary because they are celluloid cards. Celluloid was a thing in the early 20th century because it was kind of new. Now, again, like the dentelle cards, I collect these, but usually because the celluloid has become brittle, they often are missing a corner. These are in perfect condition. And they are hand painted, and that's handwritten. And this is also hand painted. This is hand painted and handwritten. While we're talking about handwritten, let's look at some of these postcards. These are mainly from, around, this is 1919. Could be like 1902, 1903. There's a couple of different kinds here. That's 1916. Look at that old purple ink and the handwriting. Now, I buy a lot of these mainly for the handwriting. They look great in altered books and also in the journal boxes. But then there's some others that are called, the French call this style fantasy. I'm not sure why, but it's these kitschy, hand-colored, fun bells, usually with beautiful bell women, and the images are just kind of fun and pretty and quirky. The other handwritten things that I have found on this trip are these teeny tiny little envelopes, like that big. And inside is a card or letter. Here's another one. I also got a couple of these. This is from 1886, and it's some kind of a coupon book. Again, I think, pretty sure this is going to go into an altered book because there's just so much paperiness in one little card. And then we have the wrappers. I've shown these before. They are usually invoices, and they're called wrappers because they're wrapped in on themselves. So it makes a little contained, instead of an envelope, it's just this contained letter. And this is 1875. See that beautiful handwriting? And I have 8 of these, and they will be going in the first 8 boxes that I sell after I list. Which brings me to the boxes. I am going to be doing new listings of my French ephemera bundle boxes. If you want to see what the previous ones have looked like, I'm going to put a listing, a link to that in the text below this video. But the new boxes are going to be slightly different. As I said, they're going to be more fabric, textile heavy with the laces, and just depending on what I come home with. If you don't think that a box is in your wheelhouse or your budget, again, I have tons of free scans on my website that you can use of vintage paper, and I will be offering more free scans in my monthly online newsletter, which also has art tutorials, journal arts, a little fashion, and the occasional pep talk. So please, please think about subscribing to my online newsletter. The link to that is also below this video. Okay, whew, that's a lot. Now I have to think about packing, and that is making me break out into a cold sweat. But it's a good problem to have. Until later, get up and go make something.